Hi, how's it going? I'm here in Florida and I'm all smiled. I'm on day 45 of a documentary series I've been working on. We're almost done. Well, actually, that's not true at all. We're not almost done. We still have about a year of editing to go. We have about 7 years of archive footage that we've been working on this film, plus the last 45 days of shooting, which is like now 40 terabytes. So how do you manage that footage? Well, that's what I kind of wanted to talk a bit about that today. So we're gonna actually pop back to my studio in Canada and I'm gonna show you our whole workflow on this doc series and kind of all the gear I'm using. Just a little life gear update. I thought it'd be fun just to do a very casual video giving you all the career updates. And I've had to get this. Down here, I finally committed. I have my old Drobo down here. Fun note about a Drobo, they're only rated, I think, for like 60 gigs, but I bought all 18 terabyte drives, and so I got it over 70. The Drobo interface tells me that it's still lower information, like that it can't handle up to 74 gigs or whatever. That's why it has a red light, even though there's like 8 terabytes left on that drive. But when you come into Finder here, it says it there, 70 terabytes. So the Mac sees it as it is. When it comes to what I use on set to back up footage these days, well, you can see I like to leave little notes everywhere to myself. I don't know about you, do you do this?
Of course. Not.
I'm like away for the weekend and I'll leave things backing up and I always forget when I come back in. I was like, what was I backing up? So I leave sticky notes on everything. And so I'm saying this needs to back up to Backblaze. Kind of my system is I go to Crucial drives on set, these little Crucial drives, they're amazing, super lightweight, and very fast and rugged and kind of water resistant. So I back up to 2 of those on set, then I back up a third eventually to a spinning disc overnight, give that spinning disc to my producer, Tad, he goes home, he holds on to those spinning discs forever. Then I take these SSDs, drop them onto my Eureka RAID, and then the Eureka RAID gets backed up to Backblaze. So by the time I'm done, we have one offsite, I have one on this RAID 5 here, and then I have another online. And then I'm also, to send to the editors, I just use a toaster here and I back up all of the footage to the toaster. And then that toaster is gonna get sent to the eventual team of editors we're working with. By the way, I should mention the Crucial drives. I should be very upfront. I had one of them recently crash. Never had this happen on an SSD. It just straight up stopped working. Now, I could go into Disk Utility and I could see it, so I had to reformat it. Luckily, I always back up everything, so it didn't really matter, but it was a bit nerve-wracking. I'm not totally sure what happened with that. I'm gonna be monitoring that drive. So far, I've had no issues with Crucial drives, but I did that one day. Not sure what was going on with that. Maybe it was my Mac Studio. Sometimes I've been having weird Thunderbolt issues with that. If you're a pro documentary editor, send me your reel. Like if you're like, I'm talking if you're pro, if you worked on like Netflix series and you want to show us your work, we're gonna need like 4 editors on this documentary series. We're gonna have to turn that around in 4 or 5 months. We're gonna have a full team. It's gonna be awesome. We're gonna give the full behind the scenes on that full doc series. Once we can announce it, it's all gonna be in the art of documentary and that's gonna be really, really fun. Over here, I have my Mac Studio. And it's taking this 16 terabyte drive, that's half the project right now, and I'm backing it up to this Eureka RAID. I'm just gonna talk about gear for a sec again here. This Eureka RAID is awesome. It was tough to get my Mac to see it, but it's an affordable chassis, it's easy to use. I actually got the QNAP, back to this guy, I got the QNAP RAID for a sec. But that was way too robust. And there happens to be a weird issue where your QNAP won't work with the Mac Studio, at least the M1 Max, which is what I have. So I spent all that money, I got the QNAP, I shot all this beautiful B-roll of me building the QNAP RAID, plugged it into this. I even had someone from Company 3, Bobby here, a legend, came over here. Company 3 is one of the most prolific post-production houses in the world. And him and I spent a whole night and couldn't get it to work. My system for backing up, I have that. Where are we with this backup? Let's see here. We are 5 hours, 7 terabytes. This whole folder here is about 24 terabytes right now. Probably by the time we're done the film, it'll be about 70 oh, it'll actually be way more than that. We're gonna be rolling like 4 cameras for 3 days. It might be 100 terabytes. One small thing, if you're gonna be running a RAID, which I need to hook this up, definitely get a UPS. This is a universal power supply. If the power goes out, your RAID will continue to be powered for the time being, or if there's a hiccup in the power, your RAID can keep going. What else am I shooting with these days? Still got my Cine 7 on my camera here. It's my favorite monitor to use both on set and in the studio. I have a second Cine 7 over there. I shoot all my YouTube videos on the FX9 with a full mist when I'm in the studio. I use the heavy mist Bipolar Pro. I just kind of like it in the studio because there's not many flares, so it looks nice on the skin. You can see the difference. I only have like a quarter mist on here, and this here is a full mist. What else am I using? I'm traveling. I put this little thing here in my suitcase. This is the Zhuin Molus G300. This light right here is one of the brightest lights I've ever used. I can feel the heat coming off that. Wow. I used to roll with like a Falcon Eyes light panel where you could roll that down. That was really cool because you could fit that in your luggage. But why I like this is I can take this off, or I can pack two of them, and one can be my punch through a window. It looks so bright. And then the other one can be my main key for an interview. It's really, really helpful. I have some footage here of an interview I shot in Germany with it. This is kind of fun, this video being back here in Florida. If you've been on this channel long enough, you'll recall one of my first videos I shot in Florida, and that one is near and dear to my heart. I gotta go find one of those adult tricycles. Thanks for watching this video. I know a lot of you have been asking what project this is. I can't say just yet, although a few of you have sent me DMs on Instagram and you have absolutely guessed what the film is about, which kind of freaks me out. Can't say anything for now, but there will be lots more updates on this channel about this film, about our workflow. And thank you to all the amazing AOD filmmakers who've been helping us finish this project. I'm actually gonna go now film another scene for it. Some more footage, some more content. I've actually brought out the Ronin 4D on set this week, and that has been so fun to get to use that camera. Forget how beautiful and cinematic that footage is. I'm often handheld, and then when you get to finally throw in some beautiful Ronin moving shots, it really does elevate the film. Okay, see you guys on the next one. Much love as always.